Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Arjuneus and I make sense out of things that are not supposed to make sense. I remember when I was about, I think 14 years old, and my dad had bought me my very first guitar. I was bugging him to buy it and he finally got it for me for my birthday, my 14th birthday. And I was just so happy that I got this guitar, and I immediately started trying to make guitar covers, but the problem was I just sucked. When I say I sucked, I mean yeah. I remember being so frustrated and just angry that I could not play the guitar properly. But then I got a lot better. And it's because 10 years ago, I remember being called a poser for trying to learn how to play the guitar, yet now people come up to me and ask me to teach them how to play guitar. Oh, how the roles have been reversed. But it's just that word, right? Poser. It's such a damaging word, especially for those younger, undeveloped kids. People trying to, find themselves wouldn't be able to because they get shamed for just trying to create an identity. I remember back in school seeing so many people fall out of line with themselves because being called a poser was like a scarlet letter. It confused, especially the vulnerable, into seeing themselves as this phony act and making them shatter everything they wanted to become and express themselves as, which basically made them fall back into mindless drones, which is far worse in my opinion. And I kept pondering about how screwed up this phenomenon is, but then I realized something. It's true. You are a poser. We technically all are. Think about this. The second you were born, you have been mimicking things that other people do and picking out things from everyone and synthesizing it into your persona. The simple fact that you picked up on the English language and can understand what I'm saying proves it, basically. At some point when you were younger, you needed to mimic the people around you speaking English because you wanted to be like them. You wanted to be able to get to their level of communication, and sooner or later you assimilated it into your persona. But why aren't you called a poser for speaking English? Because you pretend to play the part so well that you've actually convinced everyone it's your part to play. And by convincing others you are fit for the role, people don't second guess your true identity. William Shakespeare once famously stated, "All the world's a stage and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts." In other words, we are just pretending to be someone based on where we grew up, what people and cultures we were exposed to, and of course the time period we were born in. And if you take away all of these influences from the moment you were born to the present time, then what are you? Really, what is your authentic identity if it wasn't for these external influences out there? We have to have a persona to make this world interesting. We have to first be posers to create an identity, a character. And at first we have to try to learn how to play it, but eventually you get the hang of the character until you don't look like a poser in comparison to others. Then you mature and eventually get bored and desensitized to the character you're playing, and some other external factor makes you want to switch characters again, and then you become a poser all over again until you can fake it so well that you convince everyone, including yourself, that it's not an act, but it's just your natural personality and you're just being yourself. You see, here's what I've noticed. No one is born with a language or a clothing style or a music taste or a career path. No, it's all learned and mimicked to whatever degree at both a conscious level and even an unconscious level. We are all posing and acting. We are all pretending to be ourselves when we hardly have any idea what our self was originally supposed to be like before all these memories and traumas and people shaped you into something to play. And as Morg says, it's not so much about being yourself, it's about becoming yourself. You are going to have to pose to be something, so why not envision and act out the best character you can play until you convince the world and yourself that this is your character, and then you naturally mold into it. Chaos out.